Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be talking about who you should consider getting with your worldwide celebration or your global Dokkan campaign, Dragon Stones, and yeah, to cut a long story short, who you should consider. Now before I really begin this list, the number one thing I want you to understand is that firstly, a lot of these characters need to be super easy aid or easy aid. That's just how it is. They need to be empowered, which means you have to be able to easy aid them or super easy aid them to get the unit that I'm talking about. So when I say Broly, I mean Broly after easy aid, for example, the LR Tech Broly. Secondly, as well, it's also super important to understand that you want to hold these stones. Do not spend them now. Wait, because there's a chance for some of these units to undergo either a easy A or a super easy A. So definitely, without a doubt, wait until the celebration has at least begun. We have some campaign info. These stones aren't expiring soon. I know it can be hard to hold them, but try to hold them. It's very important. So I'm going to talk about units from the bottom. I'll skip over units that I just don't think will get an easy A or a super easy A, or currently units I would suggest. But get whatever unit you want. Ultimately, that's how it should be. So Int Gohan, you will see me highlight him there. He's definitely a unit you can use. Currently the only LR super easy A that's not a free-to-play, I believe. And he's very, very strong. Very powerful, very good, great support, very flexible, good orb changer, good nuker, lots of great stuff about him. Definitely a unit to consider. I'm skipping over a lot of these LRs because A, they all have easy A's. Those easy A's are not currently prime time. Their leader skills are not currently super amazing. And at the same time, it's very unlikely that a lot of them are going to get super easy A's or easy A's during the celebration. Celebration is going to be interesting to see what theme it could be. Could very much be Daima, could very much be similar to the Cooler movie, could be Goku vs. Frieza, could be Saiyan Saga. But I don't think it will be future orientated. It's not really what I'm picking up in terms of the feeling from the promotional material. We are currently coming out of Dragon Ball Saga. It would make sense to go into Saiyan Saga and then maybe into Planet Namek or a movie. Frieza could potentially get a super easy A. A lot of the worldwide celebration units, the Strength Cooler, the Strength Frieza, the units from the worldwide celebration 3 or 4 years ago should probably be units to keep eyes on here. Tech LR Broly. Really great unit after his EZA, super high damage dealer. Situational, yes, but very, very good in those situations. Still an absolute beast when it comes to damage in those situations. So definitely a unit I personally would suggest that you look at investing in. I think he is well worth the time and effort, even now. Like even before understanding who the super EZAs and EZAs are, I would say to you, Tech Broly, he will do very well for you. New player, veteran player, doesn't matter. The Android 16, 17, 18, very good unit. I would not suggest them because they're very limited to the Androids team. Then we have the good old Broly Chilai Lemo. Orb changer, support, evasion tank, you name it. They're a great unit, attack lowering on their super attack effects. Yes, if you don't get orbs, they can be in trouble in certain events. But honestly, they're just very good. Very flexible, very good. They are limited in terms of category, but they bring a ton of utility. You can use them for nuking events, you can use them for normal events, red zones, it's very good. Super easy A for the Strength Broly. Lots of super easy A's that are just going to be flat out useful. Strength Broly, very crucial support, great support to run on a lot of teams, nuking challenges, red zones, very high level unit. Yes, certain events you can't do, but very high level. Cell, also incredibly high level. Tech Cell, very, very powerful. Teams he's on, very limited, but he himself, very, very powerful. Super duper top tier unit, incredibly strong, incredibly good, very, very consistent, very, very reliable unit that I think a lot of people can just enjoy using. Just a ridiculously good unit. So yeah, very nice there. So a lot of the super easy A's, Janemba, Gogeta, the Beerus, all incredibly good units. We're talking red zone level difficulty units, we're talking blue zone level difficulty units, Spring Magnificent Battle level units, we're talking ESBR, SBR, everything like that. These guys will help you out with a ton of them. There are a couple that are a little bit more situational, I think Physical Kid Buu is really, really good, but I do think he's dropped off a little bit. Doesn't mean that he's unusable. He's still a great pickup, but mainly predominantly as a support. Still very good for a lot of red zones and everything, of course, but I more mean like having a 70% support means a lot. It helps with a ton of content, whether it's nuking content, standard content, basic content. Boo being a 70% unconditional support for extreme units is going to help you in a lot of content, so definitely would suggest that. Tech Barrier, Strength Gogeta, all very good. I do think Strength Gogeta gets a little bit of a hard time compared to some of the other units, but I've grown to really enjoy using him. I think he's a good solid pickup. Plus you can get him with redstones and things like that as well, so it's very, very good to pick up. I think really, really solid. Beerus, incredibly good as well. Great tank, on planetary destruction, on movie bosses. Lots of really good stuff there. Then we move up the list. Look, there's units like AGL Vegito who I think are good. I just don't think are absolutely necessary. Int Buhan is probably one of the highest damage dealing extreme units in the game at this point in time. Very, very high level damage dealer. Crit rate, attack lowering, regeneration, all that stuff that's very solid, very good, comes together, creates a very cohesive unit. It's very reliable. Excellent on Majin Buu Saga team. Uncontrollable power. Got a couple of categories you can be on. I'm highlighting units like Tech Golden Frieza because I think there's a possibility that he could super easy A. There's a possibility that a lot of these units could super easy A. I think Blue Vegito is also a high possibility to super easy A. I think he could potentially be one that could be picked up. He would buff fusions, he would buff Potara, he would give buffs to the, kind of process that needs to flow. So I think could definitely do that. In terms of, everything else, same with the coolers. If we do have a worldwide celebration, there is potential that the coolers could be picked up. I'm highlighting them more for consideration later on. Keep an eye out for potential EZAs. Don't pick them. Like, don't actually use your Dragon Stones on these guys. Only use Dragon Stones on units that you see on the list on the right hand side. Having said that, I know Metal Cooler is there, but I do really, really think he's going to EZA. The 3rd year anniversary units, the 4th year anniversary units, look, I think all of them very unlikely to super EZA. At this celebration, so I don't think they will super EZA. I think they're very, very cool. I don't think they're worth spending your stones on now. You'll have more opportunities to get them later on. I really wouldn't worry about trying to pick them up now. They're not going to do anything that the other units aren't going to do. Like, you have to EZA them, but you might as well EZA the 5th anniversary LRs instead. You see at the top of the list. So like those units, you might as well rather use Strength Gogeta and Tech Gogeta rather than the 3rd anniversary Gogetas. It just makes more sense. Broly I'm highlighting alongside the fact that he's really solid as a World Tournament unit. It's pretty much the major reason why. He is good as a World Tournament unit still. Can very much help out a lot of players. He's specifically mentioned for that. Strength Super Saiyan Goku, also a unit that I have a very, very, very high suspicion could potentially be essentially EZA'd, super EZA'd during the celebration. If it goes anywhere near Namek Saga, expect that guy to be super EZA'd without a doubt. I think it's highly likely. And the same goes for Gohan and Cell. Not only do I think Gohan and Cell are actually good pickups, like I genuinely think that they are good pickups, I think there is a chance that they could super EZA. Android Cell Saga is still not really where it needs to be. Their super EZAs would help a lot of teams, especially Extreme. If we're providing for an Extreme unit, there is a chance that Cell could be on it. So it'll be interesting to see. And then the two mentions, these two units are actually the best, I think, right now. Or up there with the best, is the Int Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. And more importantly as well, the Tech Majin Vegeta, who's a very, very, very strong powerhouse unit that I think can do an incredibly good job. So both of these are excellent pickups. You can gladly pick them up. You won't be disappointed. You'll be very happy, I think, with their performance. I think you won't have any issues. And then obviously finally the 5th year LRs. Not as strong as some of these other units, but like I mentioned, still really fun to use. Great leader skills, great for beginning players. And they're hype. They definitely won't super easy or anything, but they're hella hype. They're super awesome. They're really cool. They look great. They function great. They run awesome. So yeah, I just think they're really cool. And yeah, that's my suggestions. See you guys next time. Bye.